We're going to the land of milk and honey, where you don't need no money. Talking about the journey deep inside, within the spirit is the guide, and your imagination can run free. You can realize all your dreams. Talking about the journey deep inside, within the spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah. We'll be living in heaven here on earth, and experience life for all it's worth. We're talking about the journey deep inside, in the spirit as a guide, and what you believe you can achieve. Let your wild horses run free. We're talking about the journey deep inside, in the spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah. We're going to the land of milk and honey. You don't need no money. Talking about the journey deep inside, infinite spirit, infinite spirit. Your imagination can run free, and you can realize all your dreams. Talking about the journey deep inside. Talking about the journey, talking about the journey. Oh, let the spirit be your guide. Oh, let the spirit as the guide. Be your guide. Infinite spirit as the guide. Oh, let the spirit be your guide. Oh, let the spirit be your guide. Oh, let the spirit be your guide. Imagination can run free. You can realize all your dreams. Talking about the journey deep inside, with the spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah. We'll be living in heaven here on earth, experience life for all it's worth. We're talking about the journey deep inside, in the spirit as a guide, and what you believe you can achieve. Let your wild horses run free. We're talking about the journey deep inside, in the spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah. We're going to the land of milk and honey. You don't need no money. Talking about the journey deep inside, infinite spirit, infinite spirit. Your imagination can run free, and you can realize all your dreams. Talking about the journey deep inside. Talking about the journey, talking about the journey. Oh, let the spirit be your guide. Oh, let the spirit be your guide. Be your guide. in the Spirit as the guide. Oh, let the Spirit be your guide. Oh, let the Spirit be your guide. Oh, let the Spirit be your guide. Talking about the journey, and what you believe you cannot cheat. Talking about the journey deep inside. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Talking about the journey, talking about the journey, yeah, 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 yeah. You don't need no money. Talking about the land of milk and honey. Everything you want is already there. God. And we'll be living in heaven here on earth. Yes, we will. Woo! We're going to the land of milk and honey. Well, you don't need no money. Talking about the journey deep inside. Within the Spirit is the guide. And your imagination can run free. You can realize all your dreams. Talking about the journey deep inside. Within the Spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah, we'll be living in heaven here on earth. Experience life for all it's worth. We're talking about the journey deep inside. Living the Spirit as a guide. And what you believe you can achieve. Let your wild horses run free. We're talking about the journey deep inside. We're living the Spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah. We're going to the land of milk and honey. You don't need no money. Talking about the journey deep inside. Infinite Spirit, infinite Spirit. Your imagination can run free. And you can realize all your dreams. Talking about the journey deep inside. Talking about the journey, talking about the journey. Oh, let the Spirit be your guide. Oh, let the Spirit as the guide. Be your guide. Infinite Spirit as the guide. Oh, let the Spirit be your guide. Oh, let the Spirit be your guide. Oh, let the Spirit be your guide.
Welcome to the Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. Nestled between the Inner Harbor in Baltimore and the National Harbor just south of the nation's capital, the suburban city of Columbia offers easy access to both, where you find no shortage of activities, entertainment, and sightseeing. With a population of approximately 104,000 inhabitants, this thriving, diverse, planned community, developed by James Rouse, was established in 1967 with the goal of enhancing the lives of its residents. Columbia boasts good schools, fine restaurants, private homes, condos, and apartments, hiking trails, music venues, malls, and local shops. Founded in 1983, the Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, also known as CCSL, currently conducts services at the Hawthorne Center in Columbia and has done so since December 1984. Who are we, and who are we looking for? We are a collaborative, supportive, loving, and fun-loving community welcoming all who join us. We take pride in the programs we offer and the events we hold. One of our greatest needs now is to rebuild our community into a thriving spiritual home that realizes our full potential. We know that the perfect minister is awaiting our call. Our new minister is creative, collaborative, welcoming, enthusiastic, embodies inclusivity, fosters open and healthy dialogue, embraces and empowers shared leadership, and is committed to pastoral care. Our aspirations are growing our presence in the community at large, as well as within CSL, developing a broader equity and inclusion focus, increasing volunteerism, rebuilding thriving youth and teen programs, creating a community abundant in membership and resources. We also are committed to continuing and enhancing existing programs, such as the Women's Group, the Bookstore, SOM Magazine Group, SOM accredited classes, workshop offerings, free or low-cost foundation classes, and our annual volunteer event, Thanksgivingness. Welcome to the Columbia.
My name is Reverend Dr. Nadine Rogers, and I serve as the interim minister here at Columbia. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. Now, before we start, we would greatly appreciate if you would share this live stream to help us spread our message. I'll just pause for a moment so you can do that now. Wonderful. Thanks so much. Here at Columbia CSL, our vision is to contribute to a world that works for everyone, which is realized through our mission, which states, as a diverse community of belonging and growth, we share the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. To illuminate the spiritual truth that we all belong to each other calls for us to be inclusive, to celebrate and embrace our unique identities, ability status, age, ethnicity, gender identity, national origin, physical characteristics, race, religion, and sexual orientation. So before we set our intention for this morning, I have a little special announcement I'd like to make. I'd just like to take a moment to express my gratitude and congratulations to this fabulous community for such a successful concert and auction fundraiser a couple of nights ago. And we have raised over $5,300. We met and beat our goal, thanks to you. You know, your support means that Columbia CSL can continue creating a world that works for everyone in a very special way and a concrete way, including supporting our outreach partners, one of whom is Grassroots, 501c3 organization here in Howard County, so that they can put food on the table for the many. Thank you. So now I invite you to set an intention for this week. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to sink into the feeling of that intention right now as you open to receive Spirit's guidance throughout our time together. We have a saying here. Singing or listening to music is like praying twice. So we begin each service with a song. Now this week, we're blessed to have back Judy Armstrong as our guest musician. She will be bringing her wisdom and inspiration as our guest speaker today as well. But for now, please help me welcome the very gifted Judy Armstrong.
Good morning, everyone, and greetings all the way from Alberta, Canada. The songs that I will be sharing with you this morning are all ones that I have written. Now, they do have big band arrangements, which are quite wonderful. However, this morning I will be singing unplugged and unaccompanied. So you might just have to use your imagination for the background music. When I write songs, they usually come so easily. They almost write themselves. The words and the lyrics just flow. However, this one morning I decided that I wanted to write something very profound and inspirational, something that would lift people up. I took myself to the piano and I sat down. I listened. Nothing. So I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried to listen. Nothing was happening. Obviously, it was time to take a break. I took myself off to the loo, which I like to call the monastic sanctuary of the toilette. I was in there for a while and became very still. Then I heard a voice, and the voice said, "Don't have to try too hard." I thought, that's it. Took myself back to the piano and I sat down. I listened, and this song happened, and I offer it to you this morning. It's called "Don't Have to Try Too Hard." Don't have to try too hard, I don't have to get it. Ain't gonna worry no more. Instead of trying, I'm just gonna let it show me the open door. When work is piling up, I ain't gonna sweat it, 'cause there's an easier way. When I am boggled, I'm gonna forget it and do it another day. Sometimes my day just doesn't work out. Feels like my life's on hold. But sometimes I know what life's all about. That's when I'm on a roll. Sometimes I feel that I could just kick the bucket and stop affirming I'm great. That's when I'm gonna say, hey, just go chuck it. All of this stuff can wait. Sometimes I just need to give myself space. Love who I am for a while. 'Cause deep in my heart is an innocent place, free as a little child. When plans get interrupted, life interposes and makes me stop for a while. I'll just enjoy the break and smell the roses, breathe easy, 'cause that's my style. Sometimes I stumble out of my bed and it's a bad, bad hair day. Well, that's when I just start laughing instead and have a debonair day. Don't have to try too hard, I'm just gonna shove it when I get in overdrive. Instead of grumbling, I'm just gonna love it. Be thankful that I'm alive. Well, life don't work when I'm trying too hard. I don't have to be on my guard. I just let go. Don't have to try too hard. Oh no, I just let go and wham. Don't have to try too hard. Easy does it. Oh yeah.
I just have to chuck it. Oh, that was so great, Judy. You're an amazing talent. Whew. So, if this is your first time experiencing Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, we welcome you and thank you for joining us today. And we want you to know that no matter who you are or whatever your spiritual path may be, you are welcome here. We invite you to visit our recently redesigned interactive website at columbiacsl.com to learn more about our community. There you will find archived services, articles, and throughout our calendar, you can keep up to date with our educational programming and special events. So now, let us consciously engage in spiritual practice together. We invite you to settle in, center yourself in this moment now, and find that sacred place within, where spirit is all there is. We will have a contemplative reading by Zita Johnson Betts and a guided meditation and affirmative prayer by licensed practitioner Io McClenny.
Good morning, Columbia CSL. Happy Hallows Eve. Today's reading comes from the Science of Mind Guides, the Daily Guides, dated October 25th. It includes a section by Ernest Holmes and a commentary by Jesse Jennings, author of The Essential Ernest Holmes. The title of today's reading is A Useful Tool. I have a little edit to that. I'd like to call it a divinely useful tool. Ernest Holmes stated, "Common sense will guide your expenditures at all times, but get all the happiness and satisfaction you can out of every dollar you spend. If you are paying rent, buying clothes, or food, anything, you are using money to get something you would rather have than that money. Else you would not use it in that way. Be glad about it. Never, never hand over your money in payment for anything grudgingly. If your best judgment advises a purchase, make it a transaction of mutual goodwill, be it great or small. The habit of silently blessing your money as you hand it over is worth cultivating. Then it carries with it an intangible value that will bring back good. Learn to bless your bills as you pay them, as they indicate the good you have received and express the faith that others have in you. From the Basic Ideas of Science of Mind, page 29. Jennings expands upon Holmes' writing when she asks, how do we extend spiritual awareness into everyday life? One way is through our transactions. We all handle money somehow or other, and money was designed to be exchanged for items we don't have the time, interest, or acquired skill to make for ourselves. Money is not a benchmark of moral character, much less a signifier of high self-esteem. It's just a tool, a divine tool, we can wield wisely. So, Ernest suggests blessing it as we receive and distribute it, and not just in fun purchases, but as we pay our bills and taxes. Somebody else planned and built the roads we travel, and we are deeply grateful. Our silent blessing further impresses upon the creative principle that we enjoy an abundance to share and to spare. Our affirmation this morning: today I bless and praise everyone who comes into my experience. And so it is, my beloveds. Namaste.
Hi, Columbia CSL, all of our friends and members. Today, I bless and praise all of you. And today, I want us to spend our meditation time together focusing on calling in our new spiritual leader. Now, each of us has a magical gift. We may not think about things that we love to do and do joyfully without payment as magical gifts, but that's what they are. So I ask that you just get comfortable any way that feels right for you. You can lay on your back, you can stand up, you can dance through this meditation, or sit still with your eyes closed. Just imagine a world where the ideal spiritual leader is in your presence, connecting you to a deeper understanding of the teachings of yourself, of your neighbors, of life. How does that feel? Just knowing that that individual or individuals or community is well within your grasp. Here's all you must do to bring it into your presence. Just share your magical gifts. So as you're thinking about and feeling the feeling of being in this place, are you called to bring forth a gift? That gift could be money. The gift could be singing a song or dancing to bring joy. The gift could be speaking up about the qualities that you believe a spiritual leader must embody. The gift could be that of leadership and leading the team of individuals who will be interacting with potential spiritual leaders. I know some of you out there have the gift of cooking. How about cooking for the volunteers who are in prayer, in communion of leadership to bring in the spiritual leaders? We are a community of gifted, magical gifted individuals. See your gift. Observe yourself bringing that gift to the community. Full open, in joy, in dance, in song. Smell the brownies you made. Or the cocktail. Taste the cocktail you created. Feel the joy of exchanging your gift and receiving from all the others who've brought their gifts. And if you're not fully clear on that feeling, imagine your happiest moment, whatever that is, and multiply it. Multiply it again. And multiply it again. This is the feeling of being a community in the process of calling in a spiritual leader. This is a strong community, divinely appointed in this time to birth and rebirth and recommit ourselves to our practices and to the greater community or world in which we live. And we demonstrated that the other night. $5,300. Feeding the hungry. Being an example of a community in the process of calling in its spiritual leader. So just breathe 3 breaths with me. Breathe in and release. Breathe in and release. Breathe in and release. And hold in your heart that feeling of bringing your gifts as we move into this affirming prayer. There's one power, joy, one life, and we are of it. And this life says, go for it. This life says, there are spiritual leaders waiting, and the right and perfect one for you, Columbia CSL, is at the front of the line. Open your heart. Open your heart bigger. Open your heart bigger. And feel the community. And know the gratitude and the grace and the peace and the freedom that comes with knowing that we hit it out of the park. That comes with knowing that we put it into the law. And the law makes it so. So as we move into the rest of our service and we bring ourselves back to the physical awareness of where we are, we retain the joy and we step forward in service with our gifts. And so it is. Amen.
Wow. What are the gifts that you can bring as you step into your spiritual leader within that can impact this world? I think it's a question to ask ourselves as often as we think about it. Thank you so much, Zita and Io, for that beautiful time of spiritual practice. In this community, our practitioners and ministers are eager to know the truth with you. So feel free to email your request for prayer or for spiritual counseling to prayer@columbiacsl.com, and we will hold your truth in prayer throughout the week. Now, please help me welcome back that bundle of energy, the incomparable Judy Armstrong.
This song is called As I Give, I Receive. As I receive, I give. So let's take a breath and be still together and listen to our own inner knowing, trusting that all is well. As I give, I receive. My cup overflows, expands and grows. I give gratefully, gently letting go. I am pure, creative force. I am one with all, my life, my source. I live abundantly, richly blessed through divinity. I know and believe. As I give, I receive. I receive, and then I give. My cup overflows, expands and grows. I live abundantly, gently letting go. I am pure creative force. I am one with all, my life, my source. I receive gratefully, richly blessed through eternity. I know as I live, I receive and I give, and I know and believe as I give, I receive.
Just take that in. As I give, I receive, and as I receive, I give. Thank you, Judy, for that beautiful reminder. So as we conclude this month's theme of harvesting our abundance, it is my pleasure to reintroduce today's speaker, Reverend Judy Armstrong, with her message, ABunDance Unlimited. You were born with it. Reverend Judy comes to us from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. She is a veteran speaker and performer that packs a zany sense of humor. Now, Judy and I go way back, over 30 years together, and I know for a fact that Judy breathes light into the human spirit and uplifts those who are seeking the doorway to their own expression. Please help me welcome, once again, Reverend Judy.
Thank you, Nadine. Yes, we go back a long time, don't we? And I just wanted to thank you personally for all that you have done for me. I'm sure that many of you have also experienced Nadine's brilliance, her talents, her gifts, and she thinks outside the box as well, which I love about her. She also nudges people to be the best that they can be and to accomplish more than they ever dreamed of. At least that is my experience. In fact, not just nudge, I would say the cosmic boot. So I wanted to relate something that happened to me just to give you an example of what Nadine has done for me and how she has just inspired me so much. So 7 years ago in 2015, Nadine asked me, that was in the summer of 2015, she asked me to sing at her retirement party for the Joy of Life Center in Calgary. And I was so excited. Absolutely, I would love to do that. With great joy, I would love to do that. And then in September, my husband became very ill. My husband's name was Tink Robinson. Nadine knew him very well. And he was given just a very short time to live. I talked to Nadine about it, and she said that that was okay if I couldn't sing on November 1st, her retirement party, that she did have a backup, but just to keep it open. Tink passed into spirit at 5 o'clock in the morning on Halloween Day, October 31st. I phoned Nadine and she asked if she could come over and pay her respects, which she did. And after she had done that, she came out to talk to me. And she said, Judy, you know, you would be free tomorrow, November 1st. Would you still consider singing at my retirement party? And I went, oh, well, I haven't had any sleep. And she said, well, what about sleeping tonight? And I said, well, I haven't practiced. I knew that I was there waiting. He came up from back a while back and did beautiful songs that she had requested. I felt as if I had been singing, not just me, but that I I would sung through. That's how I felt. She not only pushed me in ways like that, but she also found ways to create abundance. So if I felt anywhere less than, or I didn't have enough money for something, she would make something happen. She would create something to bring abundance, to bring in the monetary form, and not just given to me, but I had to work for it, but doing what I love to do, which is singing and performing and working with sound and healing and coaching others. All that I loved. And it just happened. So thank you, Nadine, from the bottom of my heart and the whole of my heart and all of my heart. Something that has inspired me very, very much throughout the years is some Ascended Masters teachings, and it really speaks to me. I would like to share some of it right now for you because it applies to ABunDance Unlimited. You were born with it. And these are called the 4 directives. And I'd like to just read a little bit for you because I love the wording of this. It says here, it is given that we were charged to go forth into the physical universe with 4 great directives that came with the life that we were given. It is said that when we're charged to go forth and unfold in glorious expression of our divine nature. The 4 directives are, number 1, discover and express the eternal happiness that is your birthright. And number 2, give the immortality I made you to the body temple that I've created for you. And number 3, your infinite creative potential and genius for self-expression. And number 4, I made you infinitely abundant. Offer this abundance to all. And I'd like to focus this morning on, well, they're all interrelated, but the last 2, creative genius, and also that you were already born with abundance. Isn't it interesting that on this planet, we are the only species that has to pay to live here? Interesting, isn't it? And created the group consciousness, the tool of. Now, abundance doesn't come just in form of me. Abundance is all around us. Just before we started this morning, I went out and looked outside, and there was the most spectacular, glorious sunrise. Just vibrant reds and oranges. I was in awe of all of this and thinking, there's abundance. I have the benefit and the great blessing of living in the country here. So there's abundance all around us. This summer, and the people and the neighbors, they all want to share with each other. I went to a neighbor just the other day. She said, I have so many tomatoes. Would you like some? Please take them. So there's abundance. If you go to a store and you see something that you would really love, and maybe it's on half price, or there's a sale, that's abundance. We breathe, we walk, we see, we hear, we connect with each other. That is abundance. There's so much that we can do. And creativity can come in that. We have ideas, unlimited ideas of what is possible. Now, I've had many people who have inspired me in my life, and I'm sure that you have as well. And when they inspire me, They stick with me for my whole life until I embrace them and I love them myself.
I am so sorry. We're having a few issues this morning. We lost Judy. So she's talking about the Ascendant Masters. And I know that her ministry is, how should I say, touches into many different spiritual paths. That's another thing I love about Judy. You know, and I was talking just the other day to one of our practitioners, Rebecca Bell, and we were discussing that the basis of science of mind teaching has the universal principles at its core. And you all know what they are because you practice them, or you wouldn't even be here and be listening. You know, we don't tell you anything that you don't already know. We are here to remind you. And so this idea of oneness, as everything is spirit of spirit, always expressing spirit in, through, and as us, is exactly what everyone who is on the spiritual path affirms by how they live their life in one way or the other, consciously or unconsciously. So now that we've had that little bridge break, I think Reverend Judy's back with us. Well, unfortunately, Reverend Judy's connection is not working all the way from Calgary, Alberta. I don't know if it's her earphones or what, but let's wing it. Let's wing it. We have this opportunity to be together in the Great Spirit and the energy that lives and moves and has its being as us. You know, we've been talking all month about harvesting our abundance. And Io did such a beautiful meditation, reminding us of that spiritual leader within. And I know sometimes we get up in the morning or we go to bed at night, and the question of why or how or why me might even be on our lips. We don't know what the day is going to bring, so we plan. We plan our lives. And I know that it's important to have a touchstone, but on the spiritual path, our touchstone becomes that within us, that source, that life that is ever present. Always, that place, that feeling, the feeling that we cause within ourselves to rise and to be present as we bring our attention to a greater truth that lives within us. That's the touchstone, always and forever, no matter how our humanness is doing its thing. My partner Maureen and I were watching the other day. Well, I don't know, maybe for three weeks now, a Netflix program called The Good Place. I do highly recommend it. The Good Place. It's all about what happens in the afterlife. And you know that we were mostly raised with this idea that we have to be good on this plane so that we get into heaven. Well, it's a beautiful satire, but it's written with from a philosophical foundation. The Good Place. They determined at the end that in order to save humanity, we needed to understand that humanity, if given the right spiritual food and understanding of the truth of who they are, will always strive to do better than yesterday. And in 4 seasons, it takes you through all the things that these people do in their minds in order to understand the truth of who they are. It is a blast. I highly recommend it. The Good Place. And so as we harvest our abundance, this is the kind of thing we need to remember. That who we were yesterday serves as merely a foundation for who we are today. And that every new day in this new moment of creative, infinite possibility is the fodder, whether it looks like manure, right? Or great smelling earth that we can breathe in and enjoy, is the exact place we're meant to be to choose who we are and therefore what is possible in our lives. And when we look towards becoming awakening that spiritual leader within, we shouldn't shun the words as being maybe bigger than we think we possibly can be. Because of one of the songs that was sung at the fundraiser the other night, I believe it was by Gary Lynn Floyd. He said, "What if your soul is bigger than you can even imagine?" Gary Zukav wrote in The Seat of the Soul, what if your personality begins where your soul leaves off? Oh my. So it's an opportunity just to grow and to express and to be authentic with whatever shows up and bless it as divine right order, right? In divine right timing. What is this spiritual journey? It's to be awake and present. It's to be awake and present and mindful of how we express our spiritual truth, our spiritual authority, of how we are one as divine human beings in life. How do we express it? That's it. It's simple. That's it. So take it to heart, take it to mind. And remember, as I was in conversation with one of our community members yesterday, you know, that journey between the head and the heart, my goodness. We struggle so much. We got to remember that spiritual intelligence infuses all. It infuses the intellect. It infuses the heart. It infuses every cell of the body. It infuses every human being. It infuses every task, every dream, every plan, every moment of surrender, every struggle, every moment of grief, every aha moment of celebration. Everything is spirit. There is nothing else but spirit. So let us move into the wisdom of the infinite intelligence of that heart space and become that love that created us. Let us become the love that created life in its intensity, in its beauty, in its richness, in its wholeness. And as we do that, we allow ourselves to walk through any situation to the next yet to be, expanding the understanding of who we are and that idea we have of our own soul, our own life, our own purpose, the meaning. There it is. There it is. Breathe into it and let it be what it is. So I think it's time now to bring back Judy. She's going to have one last song for us, and if she's up and running, she can maybe bring a summary to her talk in a few minutes, and then we can go into her last song. Hey, Judy, you back with us?
I'm back. I was thinking maybe we are supposed to do it together this Sunday as the internet bumps me in and out a little bit. So yes, I was just listening when I got back onto the internet. Nadine's saying that to go into your heart center. And I feel that same way as when I listen to my heart, that it always knows. It is always the truth for me. It knows abundance. It knows creativity. It knows the immortality. It knows my happiness, my joy. And that this comes in all ways. Listen to my heart. Listen to my heart. The heartbeat of you. So what is it for you? What is it for you that is abundance? What do you want most in your life? And when you say, I want abundance, then everything that is not of abundance or that is blocking you from your abundance will come up to the surface for you to let it go. Listen to your heartbeat. The answers lie within you. They're always true. Breathe into your heartbeat. The answers lie within you. In all you do, dearest one, receive. You have all you'll ever need. Wind and fire, Mother Earth, join the call to claim your worth. Claim your worth. Listen to your heartbeat. Feel all the love that's in you. It's here to guide you. Feel your own heartbeat. Heartbeat. All is known inside of you. Heartbeat. 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 All you ever want to try to learn, you already know. And all that you try to be, you already are. You are abundant. Go forth and spread that to the world. Namaste.
Oh, thank you, dear Judy. Listen to your heartbeat, 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 heartbeat. We so appreciate your gifts and talents. Be sure to check out Judy's website, judyarmstrong.ca, for more of her uplifting, soulful, truthful, playful music. And now it's time for a conscious giving, an opportunity to participate in this law of circulation. We know that we have to receive as well as give, so we invite you to let your divine inner wisdom choose your blessing of joy, the one that calls to you, whether it's the one on the screen or something from your higher self. Choose that right now and keep it with you all week long. And just remember, please, how much you are loved. Wonderful. And now we can complete the law of circulation by giving back. And as you contemplate what it is you'd like to give, I invite you to invoke the feelings of love, gratitude, and abundance. Just allow them to fill you and the space all around you. And now let's use the power of our word by speaking our prosperity affirmation together. I know that the infinite abundance of the universe blesses and multiplies this offering, and so it is. We offer easy ways to donate. Firstly, you can make a one-time or recurring donation through our website, www.columbiacsl.com. Or you can text your donation to us at 410-498-6175. We appreciate and receive your gifts and tithes. Thank you for supporting us so that we may remain a vital and thriving center for good and for our collective spiritual nourishment. And we know that as we give with gratitude, we receive in gratitude. So would you please join me as we bless and receive every gift bestowed upon Columbia CSL. Together, we receive these gifts, knowing that they nurture and support our vision of contributing to a world that works for everyone, and so it is. On behalf of our entire community, thank you for being part of our spiritual family today, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. At the end of the service, we hope you check out our announcement slides and our website calendar, again, columbiacsl.com /events, to make sure you know everything that's coming up in our community. We have a couple of reminders for you. First of all, there will be no after chat today. Instead, we invite you to join us on Zoom for your official send-off to me at 11:30 this morning. This is my last and final Sunday as interim minister with Columbia CSL. I'm going to be facilitating a conscious completion ceremony and gratitude circle. If you're joining us, please remember to bring a candle. And as our time together comes to a close, remember that this community is in the process of calling in their new spiritual leader. So please join licensed practitioner Idalia Romero on Wednesday, November 2nd at 9 a.m. or Wednesday, November 9th at 7 p.m. to pray for and to call forth our next spiritual leader of the Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. And just a reminder, you can find all of our events on our website calendar. Click on the link to sign up. It's now my pleasure to introduce once again Reverend Judy to close our service with a benediction. And so I take those words from Judy, which I know are flowing from her heart, and her deep intention of being a loving human being, and I say, there is only one life. That life is the life of God. And that life of God is in, through, and as each one of us now, blessing every thought, every word, every feeling. And as I sink into this idea, I say, I am enough. You are enough. And therefore there is enough. Life is a blessing, and so it is. Amen.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening in sweet surrender. I am opening. I am opening in sweet surrender. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening awareness. I am opening. I am opening sweet awareness. I am opening. I am opening up. I am opening up. I am opening.